Hello, everyone. My name is Carrie Crampton. I am a Senior Gold Ambassador, and I'm so excited that all of you guys could get on this call. Today on the poll, I saw a lot of people posted on Emily's post that they wanted to know how to get unstuck. And so today I just thought, you know what really goes with getting unstuck is your mindset. So I've been with Plexus for 8 months now. I joined under my sister. I was very skeptical. I didn't really think this was for me, and here I am. I've absolutely loved being a part of Plexus, though, and what it's offered and the void that it's fulfilled in me. So I definitely think our first few months went really well. We had a lot of growth and a lot of expansion, and then summer's been a little slower for us. So I do know a little bit what it's like to start out with going on a roll and thinking, oh, this isn't so bad, and then kind of being in like a lull. And it's really made me refocus on what I can do to help our team grow and myself. So one of the key things that I've noticed is definitely mindset. So our passion is going to equal our success. If you focus on what excites you, people are drawn to that energy and that positivity. And it's a clear indication of success and happiness. I know I love being around people who are positive and who are very passionate about what they do. People are just drawn to that. So are you feeling stuck? And I really believe the key to get unstuck is to never believe that you are stuck. Like I said, positive mindset. When you have a calling in your life, a passion to pursue, nothing should hold you back from those dreams and those passions that you're pursuing. And that passion is going to be contagious. So I kind of was brainstorming about what is passion and what does it encompass. And I was praying, like, God, would you just, give me some good insight to share with you all. And I thought these words were so great. And so I decided to write down the definitions because I thought it gave more meaning to each of them. So passion encompasses drive, a biological determined urge to attain a goal or satisfy a need. So these are your goals. And I encourage you guys all to write your goals down daily, weekly, monthly. And I know Jen Hawkins, one of my favorite things that I learned when I first joined was Jen Hawkins saying, if you don't meet those goals, just change your timing, don't change your goals. And just keeping that positive mindset through that and realizing there's a stepping stone you're going through right now until you're going to get to the goals that you're trying to reach. The second word that I wanted to talk to you guys about is motivation. The reason one has for acting or behaving in a particular way. So your why. And your upline says your why should make you cry. And so you need to ask yourself, why are you doing this? And, all of us are going to have different whys. All of us are on a different journey. My why for joining, I watched my sister go through breast cancer and at age 34, and she had my 3 little nieces, her 3 girls. It was really, really hard time in our life. And I want to share health with people. I feel like I've been handed a gold mine, an opportunity not only for business and for people to have more freedom in their health, reducing stress, feeling great, and turning back the hands of time. And that truly is my why. I love helping people. I always have. I've always loved sharing. So really think about what your why is. I want my husband not to work so much. I want us to enjoy our kids, enjoy our family, and have that time freedom. Determination, a firmness of purpose, the process of establishing something exactly, typically by calculation or research. So your determination is going to be hand in hand with your belief in yourself, your belief in the products, and the belief in this company. And I truly feel those two go hand in hand. If you do not have belief in one of those areas, dig into, ask your upline, say, I'm really struggling with belief in myself. Do you have a good book you could recommend? Or what have you done for personal growth? Or if you're struggling with belief in the company, get to the opportunity events, make it to Leaders Retreat, go to a convention. Your belief, the first opportunity meeting I went to was in McPherson. And when you see somebody standing in front of you, tears falling down their face, and they're showing pictures of what their family was before and what it looks like now, and the changes that their family's seen, you don't walk away with disbelief. That is about as real as it gets. So I want you guys just to focus on what excites you when you're thinking about all those things, your goals, your why, your belief. If you're focusing on what excites you, you're going to have a lot of passion, and people are going to be drawn to that. Now, the next great thing about when we have those goals and that why and that belief is so strong, that is going to exude that positivity and that positive mindset to our team too. So our team culture should be, just having positive affirmations, posting encouraging things, your team is not going to know any different than what you're sharing with them. So just encouraging that personal growth as well with books and healthy eating. It can be anything, workouts, all those kind of things, and just encouraging your team. And when you share with that passion, that drive, that motivation, determination, your team's going to be reaching their goals and their belief and success. I think a big key to this is making it fun. And sometimes I know Amanda and I have talked about, my sister and I run a team together. I probably didn't say that earlier. Some of you probably don't know that. And I'm actually signed under her. She's my sponsor. But we've been talking lately about how, we've really focused so much on business and building our business, and we've kind of lost making it fun. And that's truly why we love being a part of this. And we want our team not to miss out on that too. We do try to do monthly dinners. It got a little bit crazy for summer, but I think it's so important to do team bonding, team Zooms, team events together, and know that you're supporting them, and make your team pages fun. If you see something goofy for the day, post it, because it's so important that your team feels like they're a part of the group, and even your new people, because they want to be a part of that. Now, I want to talk about a few things that are joy stealers, and I think we've all done this whether we wanted to or not, but comparing your journey to others, and I'm sure you guys have heard this before, but just don't do it. Be happy for where people are and understand that your journey is going to be completely different than everyone else's, and it's much like our health journey. I think Amanda and I have really dealt with that before. It's like, when she was diagnosed with breast cancer, it's like, why was she diagnosed with breast cancer? You have those questions, but Amanda will probably agree, you have to get your blinders on and know that you're getting your end goal of success, and you are going to, she had to be like, I'm going to beat this cancer. She can't look around and go, well, why aren't they dealing with this? And it's kind of the same way with your businesses too. Just put your mind straight ahead, put your blinders on, and know what you're going for, and celebrate the successes of others, because then they'll be there to celebrate your successes too and cheer you on. They want, I know our diamonds want us to be diamond just as much as they want to be diamond. They're so excited for us to reach those goals. So believing success is a journey with a destination, don't do that. If you're constantly every day waking up and thinking, when I get to Emerald and when I'm driving my Lexus, I'm going to be happy. When I make my Hawaii trip, when I sign this many ambassadors, when I promote, if you constantly live in that, you're not going to find happiness. You need to find success in every day. Did you add a new customer this month? Did your PV go up? Did you make it to Leaders Retreat? You guys take the time to celebrate those successes, because they're so important, and you'll enjoy the journey so much more by doing that. Letting a no or rejection determine your mood or success for the whole day or your month or your year. I know personally how hard a no can be. But I'm also learning the longer that I've been with this company is that just because somebody says no, it doesn't mean no forever. And I know I was told that in the beginning, but it is really true. We've had people that told me, I don't really think, it's not for me. I had a bunch of sorority sisters that I reached out to that were like, I'm not interested. One was a dietitian. She said, I just don't believe in some of that stuff. And then her mother-in-law got diagnosed with autoimmune. And she said, I started looking at the stuff you sent me, and it actually sounds like really great products. I think it would really help her. And I'm interested. She's pregnant right now and having a baby, but you guys, it was so encouraging. And then it goes back to focusing on those everyday successes. So when you have somebody write you, and enjoy that moment, cherish those moments, and don't focus on the negatives that happen throughout the day. Not taking ownership of roadblocks or recognizing your each day successes. I kind of went into the each day successes, but don't play the blame game. Don't look at your team and go, well, if they would have been working their business this month, I probably would have promoted. Or you guys, that will steal your joy and rob your joy. And instead, look inside you and go, oftentimes what we're seeing, the reflection in our team is a reflection of what we're doing. So if you're wanting your team to grow, get out there and bust your butt. Show your team that you're out there working, that you're out there adding people. And a lot of us, I think, from what I've talked with and a lot of my teammates through Plexus, we know it's on us. Life has just been busy, and we're going to get back at it. And I think just getting back to our income producing activities. But I just want to encourage you guys to strengthen your own leadership abilities. So if I'm not seeing success, I need to evaluate what I am doing and where I can strengthen my leadership or adjust my goals. I'm just going to open this up real quick to anybody. If you felt stuck, I've only got a few more slides, but when you did feel stuck and how you got unstuck, if anybody wants to share, I would love that. Let me see here. Audio options.
I'll share.
Okay, go ahead. Who is that? Kelsey?
Kelsey.
Oh, awesome. Thanks.
I was stuck at silver for 6 months, and I just really focused on the products and if I could just help one person. Like, I didn't think about going gold. I mean, of course I thought about it, but it seemed so far away. Mm-hmm. I just focused on how much I believed in the products. I just wanted to help one person. And then I would get, like what you said, a positive feedback from somebody. And it is discouraging when, somebody doesn't see the benefits, but you have your belief, like you said, and you just keep powering forward, like, I want to help one person. And then when someone does feel good and responds to you and tells you that, cherish those moments and then use that to move on to the next person. That's what I focused on.
I agree, Kelsey, and I love your story. You truly have such a heart, and I see that in you a lot. Like, Kelsey's my upline sponsor too. She's my cousin. And I said no to her, so she knows what rejection is like. I said, thanks, Kelsey, but I actually kind of do something else and not really interested. So she knows, but lo and behold, look at me, here I am. We're sitting here doing a team Zoom. So, you have no idea. God's timing is, just know that it's in God's timing and just have that faith and belief. Does anybody else, love for anybody to share?
I think the main thing is just continuing to do what you do. Like, don't stop, don't give up. You just keep pushing through and doing, staying passionate about it and going back to your remembering why you started Plexus and why you're so passionate about the products and the company in general. When you look back and you step back and just take a look at those and remember what you're doing and why you're doing it, you just want to keep pushing through and keep moving forward.
And we all have those moments. I mean, I know I have some days that are just bad days, and I think that's why it's so important to have a sideline power partner, someone that is a good friend. There's so many days I'll call Amanda. For the most part, we've tried to train. I feel like our upline has poured into us to stay positive no matter what, and don't let drama, don't let no's, like, just keep a positive mindset. That's the key. But I know there's days when I'm like really discouraged about just how something happened. And if I can just talk to Amanda, she's typically in a positive mood that day. And so that is so nice. And I just encourage you guys all to have somebody that encourages you and that is a light to you and someone that you look up to. And if you don't have someone in your upline, I'm sure there's an upline that would, and sidelines. I mean, I've loved meeting my sidelines, going to convention and just people through Facebook. And even I haven't even met yet in real life. So it's been a huge blessing to me. And maybe that would be an option too, is to ask your upline, if you don't feel like you have an accountability partner, be like, do you know somebody that would fit my personality that would help me on the days that I do struggle? Because I bet they would be glad to team you guys up. So is there anybody else that wants to share?
I think what you all shared is great, and I agree with having an accountability partner. It is great on those days where you're feeling down or discouraged by customers, or somebody fell off and you don't understand why. They were doing so good, and just a lot of bad things happen all at once. It's nice to have somebody that you can, just pick you up and make you refocus on your goals and your whys, and just concentrate on doing your IPA and making a list and feeling like you accomplished something for the day and just being on task. I think is really encouraging for me to keep going.
Yes, I agree. And what more reason than to go after your dream teamers too? I am so blessed to work with my sister and my cousin, and they're both just so positive, and it's really made us all become closer again. And Amanda and I were last night sitting trying to make sure that slideshow, because I've never done a slideshow, and shared a screen, make sure it all worked. And we were like just hanging out on our Zoom, me and her, and we were like, we should do this more often. And we were discussing IPA. Amanda and I were talking about IPA. This is why you get off of IPA, because you're sitting here talking on Zoom. But another day. So, all right. Is there anybody else who wants to add anything? If not, I will mute you guys, and I've just got a few more slides, and then I'll unmute if anybody wants to add anything at the end. Okay. Okay, and I just want to encourage, I was the other day listening to Celeste Gwynn talking about not complicating Plexus. And we need to keep it simple. And I'm at fault for this at times too. We have so much leadership and so much training, and those are all great. But I think it's smart to always remember how we felt when we joined. I know when I joined and Amanda sent me an email like with all this information, and I'm not saying to a point overwhelming is good, but also know that outsiders, if they're watching you do all this stuff, sometimes it can be really intimidating, and maybe that's what's holding people back from joining you. Maybe it's just sitting down with them and saying, hey, this job, you don't have to do what I'm doing. We're all on a different journey. Like, just because I'm pushing to make this amount of money, what would it be like for you to make $100 a month? And that's so easy and so doable. I told that to one of my sorority sisters the other day. I actually posted something on our team wall because I was feeling like, some people are probably like, I can't run a team. Like, I don't even have a power. Like, I don't want to do that. I don't have time for that. I work a full job. I got a newborn baby. And I actually was thinking of her when I posted this, but I just said, hey, you don't have to post 10 times a day like I do. I've always been a person that posts a lot and about my life. And if that's not for you, there's a lot of people within Plexus that's not how they built their business. And some of you have shared with me about how you went to your massage therapist and they were really searching for answers, and just sharing with them your own journey. That's all it takes in building those relationships. So I think it's so important to keep it duplicatable too, and just show them the ease of that and how easy it is to sign people up and just walking them through it. It means so much to people if we can get them on the phone. And I know we're all busy. Our schedules are all really busy. And I think sometimes that's what pulls us away from building those relationships. But the more I poured into people, the more I get in return, because they feel like you truly care about them. So keep sharing your journey, the health and the business side. People love to hear your health journey. They love to hear how you're doing in business too. And I just had 6 tips to propel your business. Channel your fears. Your fears will have no power over you if you face them. So if you have a fear of sharing or public, just do it. Just do it one time. And I guarantee you will be so much more better in your business as a leader. Like, this is totally out of my comfort zone. I'm used to talking to my team, but I have not talked in front of my upline team and my side legs. So, just try to step outside your comfort zone. And I think you'll be the leader that you want to be by doing that. Refuse failure, those roadblocks, and just consider those the stepping stones to success. And I have this quote here: success is greater with roadblocks in between, because you have a greater appreciation for everyday success. And I think that's so true. Envision your success. Envision yourself getting to Emerald, going to Hawaii. They say a lot of people when they're pushing for Emerald, they're wearing green. Their eyes are set on Emerald. And that is the only thing they allow their mind to focus on, which goes to positive mindset and affirmations. I've been reading some books, What to Say to Yourself, How to Talk to Yourself. I'm not going to get it right. Oh, I am reading the book though, and I finished it. But about positive mindsets and affirmations, I can put it in the comments later. I'm sure you guys have heard of it. But just speaking those over you guys, our brain is our command center. It knows no different than what you tell it. So, and I even used it one day just to see, like, a little practice test. I told myself, don't forget, I said it out loud, don't forget page 59 of this book, because it had some things that I wanted to write down in it. And that stuck with me all week. And I'm terrible about remembering little things like that if I just so speak those positive affirmations out loud. And I know it can maybe feel silly at first, but do it in the shower or whatever. Just speak positivity into your life. So much will hold us back in our business and our success is our minds. And I think so many times we don't realize what we're thinking in our heads. And it really is a battle of the mind. Another way, a kind of tangible way to propel your business, is offer samples. I know people love samples, make them real cute. My sister shared something with me the other day that a sideline had shared, that she'd put a whole bunch of samples. I don't know if you guys saw, it was on Destination Diamond, but she made cute little sample bags, and she had Plexus 96. She said it was a little investment. She did a couple packs of Slim, Plexus 96, and she said, hey, she took a picture of it at her closet, and she had all these cute little bags. She said, I got some of these left over for a vendor fair. I would love to get rid of them because they're taking up my closet. If I can drop them off at your porch, or if you want to come by my house, or if we can meet up somewhere, let me know, and I'd love to give you one. And the funny thing was, she kind of said some people nobody bit on her Facebook wall, but she's living in a new town, and she had got really involved with a new moms group, and like all of them wanted. So she was like, that's like 8 new prospects right there. So I just want to encourage you guys too to step outside, and those groups that you've wanted to join. You know, we had a craft event in our small town the other day, and I'm actually going to a new school. I didn't go to the one I'm alumni from, so I'm going into a whole new area, and I live out in the country. So I'm really excited. I already have had some people that I just met the first day of dropping the kids off that I added as friends just to get to know them better since our kids are going to be in school together. And they've already wrote me and said, you know what, my daughter struggles with allergies so bad, and so does the rest of my family, but hers is terrible. She has itchy skin. And it was just so exciting. So you guys, there's always room to expand your warm market. Just go to those mom groups, go to events in your town, go to your friends' parties that they're throwing for whatever, Cincy. And I know it takes scheduling, and I know that's hard, but consider that part of your IPA. And pursue your personal growth. So, and that's just, I love that Emily shared last week about, you know, I always consider my personal growth with Plexus, maybe like the spiritual side and the reading the books, but it's working out too. And our prayer time, our devotional time, all of that is personal growth. So just don't forget to do that, because that's truly what's going to help you pursue your passion and give you joy and happiness through this journey. And I just want to leave you guys with this quote. When you're doing the work you're meant to do that you love and that work fulfills you, the rest will come. Oprah Winfrey. And I read an article on Forbes, and I actually posted it to our team about Oprah. And not necessarily saying I always agree with Oprah, but I do think she comes from such humble background. And I mean, they're very, very poor. And if anybody has a positive mindset to accomplish what she did, she was the first African-American to be a multi-billionaire. I think she's a billionaire, but it's just amazing to hear her story. And she does have she had a lot of great quotes and tips of just your positivity and how important it is to realize that you're never a failure, but use those as stepping stones to get to your goals. So I just want you guys to think about today, what changes can you make in your life to get you back on track with your business? And I so much appreciate, I'm going to unmute you guys and see if there's anybody else that wants to add some things. I would love to hear. I don't want this to be talking to you. Like I said, I was praying that I had some good insight for you all, and I hope that you guys enjoyed this today. And I always talk to myself. I always say that whenever I do these, even when I do my team, it allows me to brainstorm and kind of talk to myself, and I love hearing input from you guys. Is there anybody that wants to add anything?
There's not. So,
Carrie,
yes. What?
it's just like,
Very nice.
sorry, I'm not sure if it's background noise.
Yeah, you might mute everybody, Carrie, and just let them unmute themselves if they want to talk.
Oh, can they unmute? I didn't know they can unmute themselves. Thanks. Okay, I'll do
That
that.
way we don't have so much background noise.
Yeah, I agree. Thank you. I didn't know we could do that. Yes, unmute. I'm not sure who was talking, but go ahead and unmute.
Hey, Carrie, it was Jordan. Sorry.
Hey, Jordan.
I was just going to compliment you on your PowerPoint. I thought that the points that you both wrote and then what you added verbally to those were really helpful. And oftentimes, you know, there's bullet points on a PowerPoint that unless you're hearing the verbal side by side to that, you don't necessarily know where someone's going with it. But I was actually really impressed with yours and what you added verbally, and wondering if we should maybe talk back with Emily as well as you and see if these PowerPoints are something that we want to share amongst the group afterwards, because they're things that on there, I think, you know, on a day where you're feeling extra stuck, to go back through and review what someone else had to say about that, you know, can kind of like be a motivator or say, that's what I need to do today, and kind of get you back on track. That, you know, maybe you don't always have the opportunity to reach out to a power partner, or you don't necessarily have a training that specific day, but to do that, you know, reflect back on something that was powerful to you previous is helpful to me, at least. So I didn't know if sharing PowerPoints was something everybody else was interested in.
Thank you so much. That really means a lot that you said that. I was really nervous about doing a PowerPoint, and I just kept remembering Emily said, don't make it anything. But I haven't done a PowerPoint since college, and I'm 34 now. So that really means a lot, Jordan. I really, really appreciate it, because I was nervous today, and my boys wanted a puppy last night, so we drove an hour and a half to go get a puppy. We got home way past bedtime because we stopped and saw Amanda's girls, so I'm like, can't drive by and not show her girls. They stayed up to see the puppy. And yes, I was feeling a little bit anxious this morning, but I'm like, I got this. I was just praying I'd be calm. So it really does mean a lot. Thank you for the sweet compliment. And I love that idea. I think that's a great idea to put those PowerPoints out there. And I'll gladly post these under the comments, maybe with whoever the speaker is. And, you know, if you don't have the opportunity to make a PowerPoint, we all understand whoever is doing this, but I think they are awesome and super helpful. Just, you know, that I wasn't going to do one either. But I was like, you know what? I don't want everybody. I feel like visually it's so much more helpful to follow along and take notes. So, and maybe offering them beforehand, Jordan, would be a good option too, kind of like lectures, so people can write their notes and then just keep them. That's a great idea too. So does anybody else want to unmute and add anything?
I was going to say, I do love the PowerPoint. I was going to ask for it also. But do you want to take it down so that we can see each other's faces?
Yes. Yes, I would love to do that. Would I figure out how to do that? No, just kidding. It's got to escape, right?
It's fine if not. I actually don't know. Options.
Oh, here we go. I know. I just got to
Unshare your screen. Share screen.
I know, but it says share screen and then I'm messing up. You guys, I'm not very good with this stuff. Amanda's my, I'm not sure. Does anybody else want to add anything? And I'll try to get back to our faces.
No, don't worry about it.
Hey guys, I was just going to say one thing. Emily Roberts, I was on I don't know if it was a call or what it was with her, but it was kind of on the same topic. And one thing that she'd said, whenever you're stuck, and it has stuck with me, is just whenever you feel stuck, just take a look at she said that activity can always help you get unstuck. And she said, take a look at your daily schedule, your weekly schedule, your month, and kind of see what you have planned. Oh, hold on, take it over to lock.
There we go.
And just see what you have on the books. And she's like, if you don't have a lot of activity on there, maybe you could be doing more. And so that was a big eye opener for me, because I can remember, I can remember just taking a look at my calendar at that point, and I was like, wow, I have like 4 things in the books for this month. Like, I could be doing a lot more. My kids are having meltdowns right now. But anyways, that was very helpful for me, is just to take a look at myself. How I could get unstuck was just more activity for myself and even my team. So I will mute so my kids aren't going crazy.
I agree. And I think, and yeah, I told my husband, will you please take case? And I probably don't got too much more time on this call. I think it told me 10 minutes, like 7 minutes ago, because I have the free one. My sister has the paid for one. But I think IPA is huge. And I hope someone maybe shares that. I think we all struggle with that, and realizing that IPA doesn't have to be, our income producing activity doesn't have to be all day long. But if we really focus, and I was actually brainstorming with my sister last night about taking those little moments and not getting sidetracked. I'd read an article about a guy who said, if you have a thought come to your head, oh, I need to look at this. And then you get on Wikipedia and you're there for 2 hours. I'm like, that is so me. I'm like, I'm going to do income producing activity. And then I see something and I'm like, and he's like, technology has taught us to be scatterbrained in a way. We could do this, this, and this. We can't do all that, you guys. We have to focus. And he said what he does is he writes on a piece of paper 3 lines, things he's accomplishing that day. In the middle, things that he's interested in trying to get done. And he really tries to get everything done. They write it on the paper. And at the bottom, he leaves a place with notes. And if something pops in his head that day, he writes it there, and he will schedule that in at another day. Now, for me, I told Amanda she's type A, and this is totally her. And she loves lists, and I'm like, I need to find the people that are a little bit more like me. Aren't list makers, but I think I really do need to focus on trying to make lists, because it'll feel more organized. I'll be more successful. And it's just something I need to work towards. But I thought that was an easy tip that I could start with, having a notepad on my table and drawing those lines. And then just because I'm very, Amanda was telling me I'm going to make you guys laugh. Amanda's probably get mad at me, but she got a fish aquarium. She was kind of like in the fish aquarium. She's like, and then I start Googling, like, how do you keep it clean? What kind of fish should you have? And she goes, and then I wasted, and it's so easy because technology is at our fingertips, like 24/7. Our phone is always there to be like, oh, let me just Google that real quick. And then we see something else. So let me Google that. And we totally did not work our business at all. So I want to encourage you guys in that area too. Is there anybody else that wants to unmute and add anything?
I just had one little point, and I think you did touch on it, of course, at the beginning, but just figure out what it means for you to be stuck. Are you stuck because you just aren't doing the activity that you want? Are you stuck because of where you expected that you would be at this point in time? Or are you starting to compare to your friends or sideline people who are like promoting what seems like every month or something? Like, you kind of have to figure out why you even feel stuck in the first place. Is it just that you're not moving at the rate that you want to be, or what? And then, take it a few steps back and figure out what you can control. You can't control what anybody else is doing, but you can use it as a lesson for what you could possibly duplicate to to generate more momentum, to get more excitement in your own team page. Don't compare yourself and just say, oh, I could never do that. You can use your sideline friends to say, hey, what are you doing? You know, in a private message, what are you doing? Because I am so impressed. Plus, it's a compliment for them. And they may have some tips for you for what you could do. And I know a lot of people jump on other people's team pages just to see what they're doing and what they're sharing and promoting with their own teams. Because I feel like oftentimes the culture and the fun and the engagement, I think those are things that we can see and really do start a lot of the activity and the things that help you get unstuck. So maybe just a few tips there that can help.
I love all that, Allie. That's all great. And I think it's so true. I think we all, in a way, know why we're stuck, and it's all different for each of us. But I love the tips that you said. My sidelines have been huge to be on different team pages, and they're more than generous. And like, we've had people ask to be on ours, and then I add on theirs. And I love being a part of it because they'll share something like, oh, that's perfect. That's exactly what was on my heart. I need to be sharing. So it just gives you extra posts too to help encourage your team. And so yeah, the people that you aspire to be like, ask them, hey, can I be on your team page? So, and maybe follow them. So you can be silent followers. So is there anybody else? I think we have 2 minutes left on my free Zoom, but I apologize for that. Does anybody else have anything they want to add? Or we still have plenty of time? Nope. Thank you guys so
Great
much.
job, Carrie.
Oh, thank you. Thank you guys so much for jumping on. It really means a lot. I love seeing your faces, and I love following you guys on Facebook. And so I have some new faces and some numbers here too. So I'm going to have to look you guys up. But I'm really excited about this group, and I'll be trying to figure out who will be Tuesdays today. I have kind of thinking about it, but I haven't picked anybody yet. And then whoever does that training will pick the next Tuesdays. So thank you guys so much. It was awesome seeing you guys. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.